Hello, YouTube and Twitch viewers. It is Zelfie.
Poptarts.
And Luffy.
And we are Fresh Pots.
Fresh Pot.
Fresh Pot.
We are bringing you all things geeky and nerdy. And this week, it'll be...
Video Game Awards 2018.
Woo! Video Game Awards!
Although I'm pretty sure you're only going to hear 3 games for the entirety of this.
I wonder what those could be.
Just Spider-Man, Red Dead 2, and God of War are everywhere. Like it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like much competition this year.
Okay.
Alrighty, and what's the first topic of the day?
Well, first off, let's do a full introduction because I understand we got some friends going out of their way to give us a chance. Thank you for giving us that chance. This is our first podcast. I'm nervous. I don't know about these two. I'm nervous because I really hope this takes off.
I am also incredibly nervous, mostly about the sound quality at the moment.
If you haven't,
noticed, very nervous as well.
But to those of you who are giving us the time, thank you. We hope we entertain you, and we hope you stick around for future podcasts.
And with that, we have all of the Poptarts. Speak up.
That's me. All the Poptarts, or just Poptarts. Nobody wants to use 4 words.
And our other lovely person is...
Luffy, and the king of Doritos. I love them very much. If you have anyone, send them my way.
It's true.
Keep your eyes on your Doritos, guys.
Painfully true.
And of course, I am Zelfie. Oh gosh.
Way too many plushies. Way too many plushies.
Okay, you've seen 2 of them.
I'm sure there's 3 on your desk right now.
There is a sheep on my desk and an annoying cat that keeps telling me to go to bed.
Is the cat a plushie or is it a cat?
Yes, there's definitely a real cat sitting there going, you look tired. You had a rough day. You should go to bed. Fucking Morgana. No, it is a Persona 5 plushie. I'm not crazy.
At least you have like memorabilia of the stuff that you like. The closest thing I have is a Witcher sticker somewhere in my room. I don't even know where it's at anymore.
It's okay. My old laptop, the one I brought to school, I had the Guardians of the Galaxy symbol right in the center of the laptop. It was great. Anyways.
Onward. Today we are talking about Video Game Awards 2018. At the time of this, I know we're live right now, but at the time of the recording, because I believe we're going to go on YouTube soon, right?
We will.
Alright. Earlier this week, as of the recording, listings for nominees went out. And just Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and God of War are everywhere. So you're going to hear those 3 pop up. Just a quick run-through. Nobody here does esports. So we're sorry, but we're skipping all things esports.
We're really sorry.
Nobody here does esports. We don't know the first thing about it. We don't know how big a deal Faker 909 is. I don't even know if that's a real name. I just came up with that. But yeah, we're skipping all things esports. And enough rambling, enough nerves. Let's just get into it. Want to get this first one out of the way. And this one irks me a little.
Are we starting from the bottom of the list or the top of the list? Actually, the bottom,
is all...
because... So, Content Creator of the Year.
This topic irks me just a little bit, because I researched these individuals. Well, first off, they're all Twitch streamers. Secondly...
But Content Creator does fall under Twitch streamers. It's the fancy title that they got.
I'm not knocking them for just being Twitch streamers, but they couldn't get 1 or 2 YouTubers on here. I mean, where do we cut the line with... where do we draw the line with content creator?
I am not sure.
Exactly. See what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel certain. You know, there could have been some YouTubers on here, but this feels somewhat biased to me. I checked all these guys out. I didn't give them a fair checkout because I noticed all of them predominantly stream Fortnite, and I immediately zoned out.
Well, Fortnite is kind of big right now. I mean, at least
I
it
know,
seems
but
like
like I
it's big
said,
right now.
it irks me personally. I'm totally being biased here. But yeah, we have Dr. Lupo, Myth, Ninja, Pokimane, and Willy Rex. I like I said, I'm being biased. After I checked the dudes out, I casted my vote for Willy Rex. Why? Because he's Latino. And I feel we need more of a Latin presence. Just in general. Just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and go past all these esports lists.
Esport, goodbye. Esports moments, host, event, coach, team, player, and esports game. To best debit indie
You
game.
know what? Let's do debut indie game, but let's do esports game at least.
Okay.
After.
So the nominees for best esports game are
We got Donut County from Ben Esposito and Annapurna Interactive, Florence Mountains Interactive. They got 2 games on here. Congrats to them. Moss, Polar Art Games, The Messenger, Sabotage Studio, and Yoku's Island Express Villa Gorilla. I don't dive into indie games much. I did try out Yoku's Island. I had no real thoughts about it. Just because, like I said, I don't give it much chance. Congratulations to all 5 of these anyways, though. That your debut game gets attention like this is, I don't know if I'd say rewarding enough. I'm pretty sure these guys want to win,
Mm-hmm. I've only really heard of Moss, and I think that's the one with the adorable little mouse.
It is, isn't it? Side scroller?
Yeah, I think so. I think I had my eye on it, like, when it first arrived on the PSN network, I believe. It's pretty cool that it got nominated.
Are all of these PSN?
Well, Yoku's Island Express is on Steam. I believe I've seen The Messenger on Steam too. So I feel like a lot of these are either like different platforms. Although I think I remember seeing the Donut County on mobile, the game list for the mobiles.
Oof.
So that might just.
I think mobile. My worry is that mobile's gonna get bored at booed at Video Game Awards. Mostly has a bad taste after what Blizzard did. That's a different subject, though. We will cover one thing that I think it's fair, and that's best esports game.
Alrighty, best esports game: Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Overwatch. I have played 3 of these games.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I know that pretty much all these are PC, right? Aside from Fortnite's PC now, but all these are PC, right?
Yep.
And Loof, I know you at least watch some games.
I see salt everywhere, salt.
We're talking about League of Legends?
Oh, every single one of those games, unless you're playing with super friends, it's just salt mines.
Yeah, I watch. I did check out some of these out just for for fun, because 1, I'm considering getting a PC, and 2,
do it.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this podcast, and I saw a League of Legends compilation, and oh my god, how can anybody play with? How can, all right, I'm not saying the game is bad, but how can anybody play this and feel joy? So much rage.
Suddenly, a lot of people on the internet are super mad at Poptarts. Why? Because
I didn't think about that, but you know what? Like, just for the record, I'm not knocking League of Legends. I haven't, like I said, I haven't tried it, so I'm trying to understand.
It has its moments. I mean, did you see the music video that they came out for it?
I haven't.
Oh, well,
I
when
see
you
it
get a
trending
chance,
everywhere.
you should.
Is that K? Is it KDA? Oh my god, I get it now.
I don't get it. Explain
KDA.
it.
I get it now.
Explain.
Oh man. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not knocking on League of Legends or anything. I've never played it. I am a console peasant, so I don't. I'm just trying to understand the
Peasant,
appeal for
you
people.
guys like spend hundreds of dollars a year just buying a console.
Oh, it's not like we buy a console yearly.
That's what it feels like. But
Well,
then
I mean,
again, I got my PlayStation 3 at the end of its era.
Nah, there you go. See, that's on you. That's on you.
And then like
But yeah,
a year later,
I'm
bam,
not.
PS4.
I'm not knocking on League of Legends. If anything, I'm legitimately asking, where is the joy?
It is fun with friends. Having played with an entire group of roommates, it is fun with friends. I also hear it's fun if you're a total troll, but you know.
Yeah, you. There you go. Out of all these, again, it would be Overwatch. Again, totally be mainly because
Is it
it's
because
the
it's also on the
only.
PS4?
Well, not necessarily that, but it's the only one I'm actually familiar with. Like I tried out Fortnite with some buddies, like in passing, but that was it, in passing. But Luffy's been silent. Luffy, you there? You didn't run out on us, did you? Ooh, I think he ran out on us. All right,
Oh,
well
man.
let's continue forward for now. See if he
Best
shows back
student
up.
game. Did you end up looking into any of these student games?
I didn't check out the actual student games. The problem I had looking for them is that I didn't find any of the student games. I just found the schools. So I think that's what's. I have some confusion with best student games because I think it's the games, or not the games. Sorry, the school that's getting looked up.
Do
So
you...
I don't know, but my understanding, Hideo Kojima is handling this one out himself, and these it's 5 schools that are in the running. So we got Inland Norway University of Applied Sciences, UC Santa Cruz, DigiPen Bilbao, Spain. I hope I pronounced that right. iStart Digital, France, and Charge from MIT. So I didn't actually look into the games. I do think it's pretty cool that big universities, big schools are getting or not getting attention. They're big universities; they don't need the attention, but are diving into video games, like at least as as a career, I suppose. Because I believe MIT didn't used to do that before, in particular, when I looked them up.
Oh, okay. I've only been able to find one of the games so far.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Also, G-Learn Ben from our chat says PC Master Race.
Thank
Not
you, Ben.
saying
Thank
I
you.
agree.
Thank you, Ben. I'm pretty
But...
sure you agree. I'm pretty sure you agree.
So, best multiplayer game?
Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Destiny 2, Forsaken, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves. I'm incredibly biased towards this entire category. I'm gonna be biased towards
Well, of course, Mr.
Nah.
Monster Hunter fan.
Well, yeah, but it's not so much my love for genre as much as it's my I was about to say hatred, but that's a really strong.
You don't like the Pew Pew games or Destiny 2?
I don't mind pew pew games. I don't like these pew pew games.
Well, I mean, ever since Forsaken has came out, a lot of players have been very happy with the content. Very happy, so I can see why it's up there.
So was Forsaken a part of the whole Destiny 2 for free from Blizzard?
I think it was. Forsaken is... I don't know. I think Forsaken was in September. And prior to that, Destiny 2 was not doing so well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where it's at now because I'm just not paying attention to it. I feel robbed. I was playing Destiny. Me and Luffy were playing Destiny back in 2014 when it was brand new. We toughed it out till the Taken King. and then we just dropped out altogether. Just it wasn't going anywhere. We played Destiny 2 when it was free on Plus. Fun. Admittedly fun, but again, still didn't feel like it was going anywhere.
Yeah, there is a lack of story again. When they did promise there's gonna be more story.
Lack of promises in general.
Yeah,
Lack of delivery.
Yes.
I feel like that can be said for many games.
Pretty much.
Well, it's depending on the story. It depends how the story is told.
So
They did do a better
my
job of delivering
Yes.
story
Yes.
in 2 as opposed to 1. But again, more accurately, this is about Forsaken.
Yes,
I haven't
and
played Forsaken.
they have a lot of lore, wonderful lore, but we have to go to a different website.
Yeah, you have to find it on your own on the side. You can't find it within game.
What? But
Yes.
finding lore in game is like the best part about playing.
That's
like,
kind of the
online
whole
games.
point. Like, if the lore is tied to the game, you expect to find it in game, correct?
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
being a horrific World of Warcraft player that I am, I tracked down every single readable book you could find in the game, and I read every single one of them. Sure, it was
As
for
a
an
Warcraft
achievement.
As a Warcraft player, how do you feel about Blizzard at the moment?
As a person who doesn't give one apple about Diablo, I don't really care. I'm liking the direction and the mystery of this new expansion.
Alright, I just had to ask, let's not derail.
So how
everybody
do you
here
guys
knows
feel about Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves.
Did you
I
guys
didn't try
play
it out.
it?
I didn't get to try it out. A friend of ours did, and he's much more stubborn with his reviews than I am. He enjoys it so long as you're with friends. It's pointless to play on your own.
I've heard that a lot
Yes.
about this game.
Yeah.
It got a lot of negative attention. By, I believe, made by Microsoft. Not
It
mistaken?
is. And Rare.
Yeah, Microsoft and Rare. It's I was about to say Xbox exclusive, but those don't really exist now, do they? It was a Microsoft exclusive, and so my understanding is that there's seemingly nothing to do.
I heard that too.
There's nothing to do aside from, look, I found a treasure map. Claim treasure. Turn in treasure. You're done.
You ever notice how the hype, like, you can tell how good a game is by the hype? This one, I believe, lasted like a week. Maybe. I think I'm being generous here by stating that the hype lasted a week.
I think it lasted on launch day, and then it ended on launch night. That's just...
So many people realized they didn't have enough friends to run a pirate ship. So is there any multiplayer game that you wish made this list?
I can't think of anything because I don't dive into multiplayer. I was hoping Monster Hunter World would get attention, and it did. So my vote is Monster Hunter World.
I agree. It's lots of fun. It's something that I think everyone can get into.
It's fun on your own or with friends. That's the best part.
Yeah.
I played it for 10 minutes with you guys. I had no idea what I was doing.
You played the beta with us because we had to press you into it. Like, come on, play with us.
Okay, you know what? I clicked a button for like 5 seconds and suddenly I'm on top of a dragon eyeball stabbing it. I don't know how I got on this eyeball, but I'm just stabbing it.
I'm gonna stab it and hope I do good.
I don't know what I'm doing. Stab.
But the other titles
we all know.
are very questionable, in my personal opinion. Especially for the Call of Duty Black Ops.
That's what I was gonna get at.
Didn't that one just
we all
come
know
out?
here. It did in October. We all know how much I really, really just loathe Call of Duty. So I didn't.
Is it the Pew Pew or the Nazi zombies? Or was that Call of Duty Black Ops?
It's technically all that. It's all that in one bundle every year. That's why I don't take it serious. But I heard this one is actually good.
Okay.
Yes,
but
lots of fun. I played it myself. Put some couple of hours into it. It's really different. It's
And you
not
did the battle royale
actually-
mode, right? That was the big appeal this year. They had battle royale, blackout,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it's called Blackout. It's
Okay.
very entertaining, very fun to play by yourself or friends. And the multiplayer side, it's very tactical. You can't just go guns blazing. You have to think about when can you heal, when can you not, when to go into a fight, and when to re-engage. It's very, very, very tactical than the previous Call of Duties.
I feel I should go to Monster Hunter World, mostly because in the case of Destiny, Call of Duty, and Fortnite, if you played one of them, you played all of them. I know how it sounds, but really think about it. Think of all the shooters you've ever played, and don't tell me they don't all have the same button. Whereas Monster Hunter World, I hadn't played. I had heard of Monster Hunter prior. I understand it was big on Nintendo, right? It's handhelds.
Yes, it was big in Japan, and then they brought it overseas.
Yeah, and I had heard of Monster Hunter before. I hadn't actually played it, so Monster Hunter World sounded to me pretty daring for a young console to be a major AAA title, and for it to explode the way it did, it has to get the reward.
I'm honestly a little surprised.
Why is that?
Yes.
Because I watched my friend stream a lot of Monster Hunter for the PSP, but like the graphics and the textures were so weird that I could barely differentiate what was going on. So it was just like, whoa. And then I played the beta with you guys, and I'm just like, whoa, graphics have changed so much.
But yeah, we're all in agreement. Monster Hunter World for this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
most
My
of them.
question
That's
is
our
Destiny
predictions,
2
right?
a multiplayer game, or is it an MMO?
It's more of an
When-
MMO to me.
It's
That's the way I
addressed.
see it.
People asked if like, oh, is this an MMO? And Bungie, very adamantly, they're very adamant in that you understand that no, it's not an MMO. It's like an MMO. But what I call an MMO, I guess, there are multiple maps. There are multiple worlds to see. I know you can't do first person though. It's entirely first person.
Yeah, you know me.
You get dizzy.
I was
That's
just
such a
wondering
weird thing.
because I'm like, this
How do
seems
you
like a
play
weird game.
Like,
Go on.
I can only imagine the amount of like genuinely great games you missed out on and are going to miss out.
Can
because you
I
can't do
tell
first
you?
person.
It's not even first person. Like, it's first person with other games too. Like, I still get nauseous playing like the first Kingdom Hearts. But I stomach it because it is Kingdom Hearts.
Wow. Well, there's dedication,
Square
people.
Enix, I have
Love a game.
to. So much fun.
I will suffer for
So
what
much
I
fun.
love.
All right, moving forward. I think this one's mostly somewhat of a joke.
Best sports racing
racing
game. We've got FIFA
FIFA
19, Forza Horizon 4, Mario Tennis. Oh my god, tennis has my vote right there. NBA 2K19 and Pro Evolution Soccer 2019.
I think it's funny that it's sports/racing, and the only racer on here is the only racing game to come out in the last year.
Maybe it's such a small category, like both genres of games.
It sounds
so they have to
it sounds like
combine
a pity. It sounds like a pity spot. Like, oh, here you go.
Oh.
You got nominated.
Yeah.
Yay!
Like, hey,
It
I
sounds
know
like-
there's some nerds out there that still play this style of game. Don't worry, we'll show you love. Please keep buying our games.
Don't get me wrong. I play. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's kind of sad because the Crew 2 came out this year.
What's that?
That's another racing game. Exactly. It's another racing game, and it wasn't nominated. I understand it was very buggy on launch. Surprise, Ubisoft. But yeah, I don't know. This category just sounds typical.
Gold star for trying. I mean, come on, they're
But,
competing
yeah,
with Mario.
Because the one thing you can expect every year is a FIFA, an NBA, and a Madden.
Yeah. Yes, and it's very typical of the game, and quite frankly, I don't feel like they deserve to be up there. I know it's harsh, and I know people play it, but I feel like they should not be there. And same thing.
These
with
games
Call
are
of Duty.
expected every year. So
Yeah,
for you,
Steve.
it's like, I mean, you know,
It's just
I
which
guess it
one of
didn't have
these
anything else to put up.
sports simulators better than the other one?
I want it to be Mario Tennis just for the laughs.
Me too.
I
People
want it to be Mario Tennis.
people who don't play
Yeah.
sports games will always vote Mario because it's Mario.
Pretty much. I don't play sport. I am into racers, but there hasn't been a good racer in a long time.
Mario Kart.
I guess that counts.
It
Need
does.
for Speed was my jam, and then it went downhill, and that was just it. Addie, read us off the best strategy games, please.
So we have BattleTech, Frostpunk, Into the Breach, Banner Saga 3. Wait, they made a second one? And Valkyria
That's what I was
Chronicles
saying.
4. Like, I have the first one. I didn't even know they made a second one.
That's what I was saying. I heard of the Banner Saga. I heard it was really good, and when I saw it on here and saw that it was 3, my first thought was, "There's a 3? Where's 2?" That
I know.
threw me off just
Like,
immediately.
I had run into 2 maybe a couple weeks ago on Steam, and then suddenly there's a third one, and I'm just like, when did this happen? When did 2 happen?
And it got nominated. It had to, it had to have been.
I'm gonna have to play through them to find out.
Pretty
Have
much.
you guys played the Valkyria Chronicles?
I have. I played the demo for this, and I was pretty into it. I didn't go out of my way to get it, but I was pretty into it. I know our buddy Little John, who we hope will be on the podcast sometime. He's huge on Valkyria. He really loves it. I've seen the older games, and it's pretty cool. It's an old school. What's the term for it?
Strategy anime
Like
waifu simulator.
It's like turn-based. It's something turn-based, but it looks like you have a game pad, like a game platform, as opposed to like an actual map. You get me? It's one of those.
Is it one where you can like move different, like only a certain amount of squares, and then you have like only a certain amount of attack?
Think of it as chess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like you're controlling a certain number of you're controlling an army, to an extent. But yeah.
Gotcha. Frostpunk is up there. I think one of you was excited for this, or I might be crazy.
I think somebody we know was excited for it, but it wasn't.
I honestly thought it was Luffy.
No, I'm interested in Cyberpunk 2077.
That's probably where you got the. That's probably where you got the mix-up. Every day, Luffy's talking about Cyberpunk.
So, is there any game on this list that sticks out to you guys?
Banner Saga. Banner Saga for that reason.
Up on you?
I played the first one and I was into it, and I had no idea there was a 2. And then I saw Banner Saga. I found about 2 and 3 when I tuned into the nominees listing. I was like, wait, 3? Where was 2? What? I can't give a prediction here. Any of these, but I do know I'm intrigued by Banner Saga 3 and Valkyria Chronicles 4. I do want to dive into those.
Me too. I've been meaning to play Valkyria Chronicles since I think it was on the PlayStation. I want to say 2 or 3.
Man. But yeah, I have no solid prediction for this.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the next category entirely to you, Zelfie. Go right ahead. Best family game.
Mario Tennis once again. Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Destroy Your Family, Starlink, Battle for Atlas, and Super Mario Party. Or like Super Drunk Party.
Oh. I wonder what your prediction's gonna be.
It's either Destroy Your Family or Destroy Your Liver.
It's Overcooked 2. I got to play Overcooked 2. I really enjoyed it.
Oh my god, please get it so we can play it.
It gets chaotic for a family game. I imagine this tearing families apart.
When I told you, Zelfie, stop throwing the lettuce at me, I was serious. I will never stop throwing lettuce at you.
I'll probably pick it up just for that, being able to throw veggies at people. I have dived into all these. I want it to be Overcooked.
Although I haven't played a really good Mario Party since the GameCube, so.
I didn't like this Mario Party.
Oh,
And
why?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know why. I was playing it
Was it
with
the
my
mini
brothers.
games? Or the maps? I feel like those have like direct impact on how you feel about it.
It might have been the maps because the maps felt way too like. Am I playing an RPG here? Am I playing Octopath Traveler? Is this Octopath Traveler with friends? Like, it was just weird. I miss the means to like gamble and hurt your opponents from the old ones.
You know what really hurts your opponents? Doing Monopoly Mario Party drinking game. Drink every time you get a star. Oh, what? You upgraded your hotel? Bam! 3 stars, 1 turn. Go.
I was scared to try Starlink because it gave me No Man's Sky vibes, and I just noped out of there. I tried it eventually, but I was like, I can't do this again.
I feel like you're being mean. Didn't No Man's Sky eventually get good after a year?
2 years, and that's the problem.
If
it took
it
2
was-
years.
If it was, it would be on the map right now.
Pretty much, like that's the problem. Like, hey, it got good. Like, I don't think you should give a company a pass when it got good.
Okay, did it get released fully?
Looking at you, Square Enix. I didn't forget
What?
about Final Fantasy 15.
Oh my god.
But yes, again,
How
like,
long
with
did you
No
have to
Man's
wait
Sky,
for that expansion?
We're
it
not
was
talking
a
about this.
horrible launch for No
We're not
Man's
talking
Sky.
about this.
Horrible.
That's not this podcast. We'll talk about it in another podcast. But
Don't
man,
forget to
can
come
I
back
rant
to
about
us so we can
15.
listen to Houdini's rant on Final Fantasy 15.
Poptarts is rage. You just gave away my tag name. Now they know how to find me.
Oh, fuck. Fudge!
And
No,
that'll be
that's all right. That's all right.
That would be a 2-hour.
Sorry, we're totally not used
Broadcast
to like
Houdini.
screen names at the moment.
Our anger podcast. Just me yelling at
Salt
you
mine.
about. Just me yelling at you about 10 years of disappointment. Moving forward, best fighting game.
Blaze Blue, Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Z, Fighter Z, Soul Calibur 6, and Street Fighter 5 Arcade. Oh man, these games have been going on and on. I love Soul Calibur's
Forever.
character customization, but at the same time, who doesn't love a Dragon Ball Z fighting game? Although I haven't played one since Budokai.
It's the old Tenkaichi games. Those were dope.
Yes.
I forgot what the title. I forgot what the name was, but I remember playing this really crappy one.
Was it Budokai? I feel like it was Budokai.
No, it wasn't Budokai. It wasn't even called Budokai. I think this was There was no actual fighting. It felt like, I don't know, mapping. It was weird. Like the entire game was what's the term?
Was it Xenoverse?
No, it wasn't Xenoverse. The
Tenkaichi?
entire game was basically quick time events.
Raging Blast, Burst, Limit, Infinite World, Advance Attack, Advance Adventure,
I think it was
Dragon Ball Z Sagas.
one of the sagas. It was sagas. I hated it, and I played the Fighter Z beta. Not bad. I played the final game at a brother's house. Not bad. I didn't get to play Soul Calibur, but I hear it's really. I wanted to buy Blaze Blue for the Ruby characters.
You have
Yeah,
to play
I
Soul
got to.
Calibur.
I'm gonna play Soul Calibur for Geralt.
I'm gonna
Calibur.
play it for character customization.
Didn't you play Nier?
Also, say again.
No, I was at. Didn't you play?
I'm afraid we have a robot on our hands, guys. Beep boop, beep boop.
Ooh, am I robot?
You're roboting hard.
Am I good now?
Okay, now ask your question again, Mr. Robot.
Okay, I was okay. I was asking you, didn't you play Nier Automata?
No, I actually haven't. I've been waiting for it to go on like super mega sale.
Oh man, the main character there is on Soul Calibur 6.
Oh.
I don't know how recent that is. I know it's kind of new, but she's in there. I think Is she 2B or is the male 2B? Luffy.
To be or not to be?
I think it might be the male was first added, and then the female was added later, I believe.
I used to love that about Soul Calibur 6. Like, it has this whole lore to it, and then they throw in these random characters from other games that just break lore, but who cares? Because it's funny. I think
Like
it was...
the Forces Unleashed
Yeah.
guy.
I think it was Soul Calibur 4 that had a Vader. I was like, what? What are these guys doing here?
And Link. And
That was my favorite. Soul Calibur 3, right? It had, depending on what console you were playing on, it had
you had
Link,
Yoda.
Spawn, and Hayachi from Tekken.
Oh,
Why is
man.
Street Fighter 5? I'm pretty sure it's a 2017. Like, I don't mean to be that guy, but if it's the 2018 one, you know? Nobody has to take on that? Okay, moving forward.
I'm sorry, I don't actually Street Fighter. Hello, Dr. Line. So next we have Best Role-Playing Game. Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Exclusive Age. Monster Hunter World, no way, I would never have guessed. Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, and Pillars of Earth 2, Deadfire.
Pillars of Eternity 2.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's alright. I know you expect me to say Monster Hunter World.
You're gonna give it to
Going off the Octopath
Octopath,
Traveler.
aren't you?
Your reasoning why?
It's alright. It's 8 characters. I won't try to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil this. People need to play Octopath Traveler. It's 8 characters, and you get to play. Each one has their own campaign, or think of it as each one having their own campaign. You expect them to intertwine, but they never do. So it's like getting 8 times the replay value. It's if you're an old school RPG player, like I'm talking Final Fantasy SNE, you need to play this game.
And that's a Switch exclusive, right?
It's a Switch exclusive, sadly.
Well,
That's
one
what I was
day
saying.
when I like shovel out $500, I will definitely have to try that out.
But yeah, I want it to be Octopath Traveler, just cause it went against the grain in an era where people with short attention spans they just want the same old thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It went against the grain. It was a
Yeah,
success. I want it to be Octopath Traveler.
And I want Octopath Traveler to be on the PC, but
We can't all get what we want.
exactly. Have you guys played any of the other games on the list?
No, besides Monster
I
Hunter
didn't-
World.
I didn't get to play Quest 11, but I have played Dragon Quest games. If you like Dragon Ball, if you like Dragon Ball with your Final Fantasy, and it doesn't play like Dragon Ball, but it looks like it. I believe Toriyama did the original artwork for like the first ever
He
Dragon
did.
Quest. Yeah, and they just carried it over. So it's a cheap nostalgia sale. I don't want to be that asshole, but it's a cheap nostalgia sale.
At the
I didn't-
price of games now, I don't think it's a cheap nostalgia sell.
Yeah, that's. I didn't even know about Pillars of Eternity 2. I had heard about the first one, wasn't into it. I didn't know about 2 up until these numbers.
I've personally been dying to play Ni no Kuni too. I played a bit
Yeah, I
of
was
the
about to
first one
say.
and it was pretty rad.
I was about to say, like, you would love Ni no Kuni 2. It is right up your alley. It is cute. It is JRPG.
Please give me more JRPGs. Games God.
More JRPGs this year. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not really big on JRPGs, but I feel there's not enough of them.
I know, right? I don't even remember. Well, the last one I remember getting was the Atelier Liddy and Sewell, but that was like maybe a couple more than a couple months ago. I feel like now that they're just like re-releasing stuff like Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, wasn't there like 3 Atelier games this year alone? What was that?
They're supposed to be releasing a remastered pack of a bunch of the ones from the PS3, as well as a brand new one that falls into the same universe as the ones that have been released on the PS4. It was supposed to be I don't know, they're releasing more, and I'm like super excited, but I hope they have an English dub.
They never dubbed them over?
They dubbed all of them over except for the most recent one that came out, I believe, this year. They're just like, oh no, we're not selling enough, so we're not going to bother paying for the English dub. And now I'm just like, trying to get into it.
Oh, your inner anime fans coming out. Careful.
I know, right?
You're gonna piss off the sub fans.
I know, but you just
and
get
it's a
so
whole
used
different
to.
war.
You play 2 games, and you get really into it, and have played like.
Don't cut me off midway.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
No. I mean like in your games, like you got used to 2, and then this last one isn't dubbed, so it's like they're cutting you off midway.
Exactly, and now I'm just like.
It's like I was hooked. Why'd you stop?
Exactly, it just takes you right out of it. Oh, but please, more JRPGs. And now we get into Best Action Game, which is where you'll bring in the big 3.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start hearing a lot of these now.
Houdini, Poptarts!
It's alright.
Poptarts.
I'm known as Houdini on a certain game, so get used to possibly hearing Houdini every now and then. But anyways, best action/adventure game, we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I didn't even bother with Tomb Raider. I played the last 2, they were great. Something about this one, I just didn't care for it.
So what was it about this one? Did it not bring anything to the genre, or was it just...
It might have been me, because I was like, I saw it, and I thought, I saw it at E3, and I thought to myself, cool, what else you got? I didn't hate it, I didn't dislike it, it just wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, same for me as well. It wasn't appealing for some reason. It's just...
You were too distracted by Devil May Cry. You were too distracted by Devil May Cry and Resident Evil. You didn't care about anything else.
Oh yeah, those are the 2 games I grew up playing.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to play them again.
I played all these except Spider-Man, and for not having played Spider-Man.
I think I only want to play Spider-Man and Red Dead.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I can't get into God of War because we'll be here for hours. It's a phenomenal game. It is an awesome game.
So do you have to have played all the other ones to play this current God of War that's being nominated?
It'll be easier for you to understand certain aspects, but for the most part, no, you don't. Anything you need to know will be told to you in the course of the story. But for the most part, you don't need to play the other 3. It helps, but you don't need to.
So I'm assuming your vote goes to God of War in this section. What about you, Luffy?
Well, I haven't played the other games, so I wouldn't know. But I heard some good things about Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, and I don't too know much about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I really don't to say.
Oh gosh, don't start Houdini on the Odyssey.
Hey, can I please get angry at Odyssey, please? It'll take like 2 minutes.
Unleash.
It'll take like 2 minutes. I'm a long-time Assassin's Creed fan. I've been playing it since 07. I stuck with it when it had its ups and downs. God damn, did it have some downs. I'm talking about Unity. I'm talking about Assassin's 3. Oh, God. So Origins came around. Loved it. And I didn't give Odyssey a chance. I'm a lore nut. Lore matters to me. What angers me about Odyssey, it's the very first game chronologically. There are no assassins in this. Not really. How can it be Assassin's Creed if there aren't assassins?
They're more like mercenaries.
Yeah, there's no hidden blade. There's no hidden blade. Don't give me Assassin's Creed without a hidden blade. What? So yeah, I pompously didn't give it a chance. I can admit that it was me being an ass. I didn't give it a chance because I was like, nah, you're messing with my lore. I can't do it.
But it was probably the developers thought it was had to go this direction. Maybe, possibly.
I'll give it a chance eventually, and maybe possibly yes, but yeah, I didn't give it a chance. I can admit I didn't give it a chance. And Zelfie, I believe you said you're assuming I'm giving it to God of War.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of action adventure, I'm actually going to give it to Red Dead.
What? Why is that?
Red Dead, the world of Red Dead is so alive and lifelike. It's almost I can't travel from A to B without some random event occurring. And I think that's great. That's adventure. I'm not saying God of War isn't adventure, but if we're talking about action adventure in particular, like that system, I'm giving that to Red Dead. But yeah, the world of Red Dead is just it's crazy alive. There's a lot going on. You can never have a dull gameplay. There's plenty to do, plenty to hunt.
But do you have to have played Red Dead Redemption 1 to get 2?
No, that's the best part. This is a prequel. You do not have to know anything about RDR1. This is a prequel. If you do know about RDR1, expect a lot of your cat members to die.
Spoilers?
I'm sorry if that's a spoiler. But I mean, if just up front, expect some of your camp members to die. I played the first one. I know who's dying. Well, not who's dying because not everybody dies. I assume. You should know who's gonna stay and who's not gonna stay. But yeah, as far as adventure goes, Red Dead. God of War was definitely adventurous. As far as just overall journey, Red Dead.
I was expecting you to go to God of War because of the journey itself. A lot of players seems to like God of War.
Oh yeah, dude, I loved God of War. I loved God of War. But as far as like action adventure goes, just I mean, God of War had a lot to do, but everything it had to do was very linear. Not that that's bad, but you know what you're getting as you move forward. You know.
Yes,
It's not the case with Red Dead. That's not the case with Red Dead necessarily. You know, like I said, you can be going from A to B, but like 5 different things will happen randomly on your way from A to B.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, that's my take on that. Move forward.
Why does action game
action
have its own section, but it's also part of action adventure?
I haven't thought about that. You're right. The next listing is best action game.
So, for best action games, we have Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, Dead Cells, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5, and Mega Man 11. Wow, they're still making those.
Actually, no. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot here. I assume this was the first Mega Man without its original creator.
Maybe.
Because I understand sometime last year, the original creator for Mega Man did Mighty Number 9. Oh boy, did that suck.
Oh yeah.
Best action game. I see Far Cry 5 on here, and I can't help but remember the very stupid controversy it got.
What?
I know Luffy heard this, but people were angry that you were shooting white Americans in this game.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it either. Far Cry 3, you were gunning down Pacific Islanders. Nobody flinched. Far Cry 4, you were shooting down I believe it's Middle Easterners, but just a foreign group. Nobody bat an eye. Far Cry 5 takes you to the homeland of America. I believe it's somewhere deep south. It's like deep south farm, and you're shooting up like
Yeah, that
these
controversy
guys
was
are
very,
exaggerated
very.
football. But people were angry that you were shooting up white Americans.
People always be angry about something silly.
I was angry at people because I was like, come on, nobody gave a damn about the Pacific Islanders or the Middle Easterns in the last two games. Talk about reverse racism.
It was a bold move by the developers to put in there.
It was
Probably
it
knew
was
that. It was very bold
the
of them.
funniest article I saw. Kotaku. By the way, never give Kotaku your time of day. They're terrible. That Ubisoft didn't make it political. They were angry that they didn't make it about Trump in particular. And I was like, why would you involve your politics? I say this ironically because here I am involved in politics, but why would you involve your politics into a game for your satisfaction, for your message? That's not how this works.
No.
Yeah. Far Cry 5 received negative attention for undeserved reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Multiple undeserved reasons. It was a fun game, dude.
It was a wonderful game. It was a wonderful game to be.
Their best Far Cry yet.
And what Zelfie said is it's true. People are gonna now these days. People are always going to say
Oh
to
yeah,
somebody,
dude, especially.
no matter if it's wrong or right. We live in a world where right is wrong and wrong is right.
So, have any of you guys actually played any of the games on this list?
Yeah, Far Cry, Destiny.
Well, aside from Far Cry, because we've covered that.
I'd forgotten that Mega Man 11 came out. I knew it came out, and I had forgotten up until this nominee listing.
Might I add that Mega Man 11 kind of looks weird? I just kind of googled the game, and the graphics are just a little off-putting.
Do they not measure up with the time?
They do measure up with the time, but it's just like they're not how I remember. So it's weird. Keep in mind, I haven't played a Mega Man game since the PlayStation 2.
I want it to be Far Cry. I feel like it's gonna be Black Ops.
Of course, it's a Black Ops game. It's the
It sounds
only
like it
game
deserves it
you'll
this year.
see giant. Well, I don't know. It's the only game I've seen a giant billboard for in like a really populated area.
Sheeple. It's the idiotic masses. I'm sorry if you enjoy Call of Duty. I'm not trying to be an ass. I just really hate Call of Duty. Something I say a lot. Feel that the most what's a word I can use that won't already offend people possibly listening to this?
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, okay. I feel people that are predominantly into shooters and just shooters are the worst in the gaming community. I'm not taking shots at anybody. If you like your shooter, then that's fine. But I don't like, I don't like the people that are blindly into. Dude, there's another Call of Duty next year. I know, man. There's gonna be one after that too.
Well, hey, dude, there's gonna be another Final Fantasy.
Screw you.
I mean, how many Final Fantasies are there? Plus Final Fantasy spin-offs, Final Fantasy mobile games.
All right. There's 15 main games in the last 30 years. Okay, whereas Call of Duty has like.
Can we talk about all of the spin-offs to Final Fantasy VII? Dirge Cerberus, the phone game. The movie.
We let me rant, so go ahead. It's your turn to rant.
No,
go
I'm
ahead
just saying. You're saying that FPS people are sheep to their game, but the same thing can be said to Final Fantasy people.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Let me reiterate. it's not all FPS fans, because I'm like that too, of course. I'm just saying, like, I'm not FPS fans, more so people that will blindly purchase a game because of
It's their favorite franchise.
essentially, it's like it's in the case of Call of Duty, you're giving your money to Activision, and these guys are as bad as EA, and no matter how often the community as a whole will complain, hey, what's up with these microtransactions? People that blindly purchase a game because of its title are part of the problem. Ultimately, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I see that mostly in shooter fan. I myself am a shooter fan. You just gotta find the right one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I do agree with you there.
Yeah.
So
Like
Houdini's vote goes for Far Cry 5. But Luffy,
Yeah,
which one does yours go to?
Because you got to play more of these.
Honestly, yeah, I have to go with Monster Hunter World once more.
It's not in the list.
For action, it's not in action. I think you really want it to be in.
Yes, I
No,
want
it's
to be
Luffy is opting out of the actual
guess-
voting process
I
to
guess-
vote for Monster Hunter
I guess
World.
that's his vote. Like, I want it to be Monster. It's not on here. It better be Monster Hunter.
Fine, I'm voting for Overcooked in this section. If it's not an action game, I'd like you to go
Best
play it.
action game.
No,
Overcooked.
Zelfie, stop! Don't run across the lava. You're gonna fall in and drop the dish. Ah!
It's action to the right people there, I guess.
Exactly. Now we have best
Oh,
VR AR game. So have you guys actually played any of these, like actual a
Not to be-
VR AR game before? Do you have the
I
magic
don't
headset?
I don't dive into VR or AR at all. I can't give an
No.
honest opinion about this list.
Yeah, the same here.
My bad, audience.
Me too. I don't have the
I
funny
think we're
helmet.
skimming this one.
Actually, you know what? My vote goes to Tetris because Tetris taught me how to beg groceries accordingly.
Alright, we're all going Tetris by default, it seems.
I mean, come on! Don't you hum the Tetris song while you like bag your groceries?
You brought up Tetris, and I immediately thought of the Tetris song. Like, you didn't have to bring up the scenario. You said Tetris, and in my head.
Best mobile game.
Woo!
Ooh-wee. We have Donut County,
Yay.
Florence, which is a visual novel, I believe. Fortnite, PUBG. Wait, PUBG doesn't even run on my computer. How does it run on my phone? Reigns, Game of Thrones. Didn't know they had a game outside of the board game.
I heard. I hadn't actually tried it, but I heard PUBG was so bad on PC. And it runs at a really basic engine, right?
I don't
but
know.
There's a lot of bugs in it. Lots of bugs still currently now.
My main
I'm not a PC player, so I wouldn't.
My main call regarding this topic is, okay, I think people are going to boo horrendously because of Diablo Immortal. Like after that little fiasco that Blizzard kicked up, and with the Video Game Awards being 2 weeks away, like it's the whole mobile Diablo thing is still very fresh in people's mind. Nobody wants to even hear the two words mobile game.
Yeah, but that's where everything's going because companies can make money because everyone has a cell phone, not everyone has a PC or a console.
You see what I mean? Back to my original complaint. You're part of, like, you do this, you're part of the problem.
Me.
Not you, just in general.
And mobile
mean-
games are they have a lot of shady microtransactions.
That's kind of the
Very
whole
shady.
appeal, I think.
Is that it's very hard to take mobile games seriously because most mobile games are pay to win.
They
Or-
really
or
are.
you-
There are a token few that are
They
all
are
right.
taken too, yes, they are, but the majority of them is just, hey, give me your money and will help you progress or help you beat other players.
Pretty
There's
much.
like not even games, like there's so few games you can actually play on your phone, like without a Wi-Fi connection.
That too.
It's just like I don't want to eat my data.
I'm playing, the only two games I play on mobile Future Fight. There are microtransactions on there, but you can't play without having to spend them. And if there's one mobile game I think people should try out, it's Stranger Things.
I didn't even know they had a mobile game or a book.
Yeah,
for that matter.
I didn't know either. I got the email one day. I was like, I'm sorry, what? And it's designed like an 80s 18 to 16-bit game. It is surprisingly fun. It feels so old school. It feels so things are supposed to.
Animal Crossing and Pokemon Go are my mobile games.
I didn't even know there was an Animal Crossing on mobile.
It's Pocket Camp and it is adorable because Isabel's in it.
Now I know why you
think-
play it.
Yeah, we know now. Pokemon Go.
It's like, oh, cute characters.
And now Pokemon Go tracks your like you're walking without the app open. So like I hatched 2 eggs that work today. One was a 7K and one was a 2K.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. There was a lot of walking at work today.
I don't. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
just give her a slow clap. Just give her a slow clap.
Gold star for trying. Yeah.
Game.
I feel like it'll go to Fortnite because it seems to be the flavor of the year.
Actually, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in mobile game? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably. I feel like it's Fortnite by default.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like PUBG. I feel like you hear more about Fortnite than you do about PUBG, mostly because
The moment Fortnite picked up, PUBG just dropped.
They dropped the ball.
Yes, they dropped the ball, but I didn't mean they dropped the ball. I mean, like, just people started flocking over to Fortnite. It wasn't about whether or not they enjoyed PUBG. They were just like, all right, this is cool, but here's Fortnite.
I mean, look at Fortnite and PUBG. Fortnite is more polished, and PUBG it's very iffy.
As much as I hate Fortnite, I do have to admit, it is a much cleaner, much smoother game than PUBG.
Yes, and compared to PUBG, there's still bugs in the game currently right now, and not to mention they added more. They had the season pass was microtransaction.
They put a season pass in PUBG.
And Fortnite. Say again?
They put a season pass in PUBG.
Yes.
A season pass for what? What's the season pass? What?
I mean Battle Pass. My bad. I'm sorry, I mixed them up.
Is it the same thing?
Yes, but with microtransactions.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. I see the appeal.
My next question is it Fortnite the game or just Fortnite Battle Royale that's so popular? I'm having a really hard time because they're two different entities.
It's just
Fortnite Battle Royale.
It's just Battle Royale that's popular.
Yeah.
I really wanted to try the base game, but
Me too.
It just never happened.
Yeah, and if I had a chance to play it for free, I might.
Yeah, I guess we're all going Fortnite by default. I can't imagine anything else beating it. Just
same here.
Well, I know
Unless
the Game of
Donut
Thrones
County
game's
has
better.
something cute and fluffy, it's got nothing.
all right, let's move forward. Best independent game.
Celeste, Dead Cells, Into the Breach, Return of the Obra Dinn, and The Messenger.
I'm gonna go Dead Cells.
Have
I
you
played-
seen trailers or played it before? What makes you go for this one?
I played Dead Cells. I played Obra Dinn. Dead Cells feels. I'm into like the retro synth. Maybe this. I think this one might be biased because I'm into the retro synthwave thing. And that's what Dead Cells felt like. But I tend not to like indie games too much. It's not that I dislike them, but it's just I'm a sandbox junkie. I need a lot for my game. I just do. And Dead Cells felt like it had that for me. No one level or hallway, as I jokingly call it, felt the same as the other. It was genuinely fun throughout. I'm going Dead Cells. I hadn't played Breach. I hadn't played Messenger. I did play Oberdin, and I checked out Celeste.
I looked at Celeste, and I've had my eye on Dead Cells for like ever. So your money is on Dead Cells. What about you, Luffy?
To be honest, I have no interested in the indie game scene, indie game scene. So I
Just
would
zero
know.
interest.
Zero interest.
I
Unless
do,
it's
it's just
something
not
that-
these ones.
Somebody says indies, and you're like, next. I'm not
Like I
clowning,
said,
but
I
like
have zero-
I'm just trying to
No,
get
no,
an
no,
understanding.
No, I get you. It's just I have no interest in them. That is all.
Alright, since none of us really are into, well, I am, but they're not, but not these ones. Games for Impact. We have 1111 Memories Retold from Bandai Namco Entertainment, Aradam Animations, and DigiZart. We have Celeste from Matt Makes Games, Florence from Mountains and Annapurna Interactive, Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, and The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories. What the fuck is that game anyways? Oh my god, I watched the trailer for that and it was so weird.
I don't think. Now, stop me if you feel I'm being too harsh. I don't think Life is Strange 2 should be up here. Mainly because, I don't think any game episodic-wise should be up for an award like this if it isn't already complete.
I agree.
Yes,
Like, here's
yeah, I
episode
agree.
1. Here's your award for episode 1, but the next episodes could suck.
It's yes, and I wouldn't mind if it was there completed, but if it's just one episode, that is just half of the story.
That's not even half.
Is that
Dude.
a-
like
Episode 1? That's like quarter of it. I'm huge.
Yeah,
I was huge on Telltales before their doors closed. I'm into episodics, so I don't like the notion of. I understand it's episodic. It's not complete until all episodes are out. I don't think Life is Strange should be up there. That's just me. And I love Life is Strange.
Yes, it was a really wonderful game.
Yeah, Life is Strange 1 was great.
Yeah, a unique story, very unique story.
Oh yeah. I'm giving this one to 1111. I didn't get to play it. I did check it out though. I saw somebody in typical YouTube fashion, somebody cut it into movie format, and I was hooked the entire time. It was great. Games for Impact, I'm gonna go with 1111.
Alright, but did you guys look at any of the other games on the list?
I did. Something about Celeste makes me dizzy. I don't know what it is. I was just watching it and I was like, ugh. I need to pause this. It wasn't bad. I just couldn't stick around.
Did you guys at least watch the trailer for The Missing?
I have not.
Please. I would like you to take a second while we are doing this and watch it. I need...
So live?
Yes,
Alright,
live
let me
watch
see.
it. Please. Go.
Okay. I'm gonna watch it now. Let me see.
We are going to take a second for them to
Can you
watch this
play through this? Hold
video
on. Where's the trailer?
because
It
I
must be
find
really
the trailer
something if
for
you want me to
this
watch it right
really
now.
weird. And it might just be me, but Plus, I love these guys'
There's
reactions. to
gameplay
things.
in this trailer?
I think so, yes.
Alright. First one. So is this supposed to be anime-inspired JRPG thing?
I'm not sure.
Because this looks like I'm watching ReZero. A swery game. Swery? What does swery mean? SWERY. What is this? Inversion. Well, that gave me gravity feels. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. This is weird.
I told you, right? Basically, I think you have to mutilate yourself to get through these random, like, puzzles. And it's weird, right?
I just.
I know, right?
Is the saturation on purpose? That felt like a mistake. Anyways,
just,
the
I
the
couldn't help
overall
it. I
field
had to
got
share
slow
you.
there. Let's continue. Up next is best performance. I am torn on.
Brian Deschart as Connor, Detroit Becoming Human. Christopher Judge as Kratos, God of War. Kratos, whatever.
It's Kratos, you got it.
Kratos. Melisanthe Mahut as Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker, Marvel's Spider-Man. Who do you
Yuri
think?
Lowenthal.
Yuri Lowenthal?
Oh, Yuri Lowenthal. My Spider-Man matters a lot to me. So this guy, listening to his voiceover, he felt perfect. I love all the other ones. This was a tough one, but Spider-Man is someone dear and true to me. Yuri Lowenthal was awesome.
And what about you, Luffy?
Oh, I think he disappeared on us again.
Okay. And I have
We have some technical troubles over here. It is our first cast.
I've not played these games yet, so I have no personal opinion on best performance. Next
You're so
is
PC dominative.
Oh my god, no I am not. These games are like
You
$80.
really are.
These games are $80. These games are $80.
We have to encourage you to jump on the PlayStation with us. It's like, come on, Zelfie.
It is 2 floors away from me, and I cannot multitask on it, okay?
Okay. But Yuri Lowenthal.
But Zelfie, they're just stairs.
They're just stairs. What's stopping you?
There's a dog.
All right, Luffy. Now that you're back, who would you give it to for best performance? Do not say Monster Hunter.
Honestly, if I had to choose, it had to be
The cat chef from Monster
it
Hunter.
has to be Spider-Man. The voice actor
Spider-Man?
was yes, he was very fantastic.
That is 3 for Yuri Lowenthal. Mostly because that's the only guy I know.
I feel like you're going with Yuri by default because of all the dub animes you've seen of him.
He's the only one I know. Best audio design. Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, Forza Horizon. Is that like For the Horizon? Forza Horizon 4. God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. I wonder which one Poptarts is going to give it to this time.
Oh, I honestly have to flip a coin.
I have a coin on my desk.
It's between God of War or Red Dead for me. I replayed God of War. That's how good it was. I'm still in the middle of RDR. Mind you, this is audio design, not music necessarily. So if you're unfamiliar with that, the sounds of the overall world. Crickets chirping, water splashing, stuff like that. Those two are great. I can't pick one, but it's definitely one of the two.
I will have to agree with you there. They're both really good.
I don't think it's a prediction. I am solid that it's one of those two. And if it's not, I owe you I don't know. I owe you 100k gil.
Sold. Oh, just like I owe you 1 million if Kingdom Hearts actually comes out on time, and you owe me 1 million if it does not.
Oh, that's right.
But not after release date, after release date, after release date.
Yeah, no, it has. If it doesn't come out January, I'm out 1 mil Gil.
Okay. You know what? If it gets the Persona 5 treatment, ha. But if it doesn't,
What was the Persona 5 treatment?
the release date kept getting pushed back, getting pushed back, getting pushed back, getting pushed back.
Really?
Yeah.
Or it could be another Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, don't! Oh, that would be worse.
Pictures of Noctis have been flying around since I was in high school. Come on. That got put off for one heck of a long time.
Alright, but anyways, it's God of War Red Dead.
Before Houdini rants about the team.
Yeah. Let's not. Best score in
Celeste, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, and Red Dead Redemption. Woody Jackson, Yasunori Nishiki. I'm gonna stop because I am too white to say names.
Joe Hisashi,
Thank
John
you.
Plaisano, Bear McCreary, Lena Rain. This is a video game score. It's not hard to YouTube it. I'm a score nut. People ask me like, "Oh, who's your favorite musician?" I'll be like, God of War. I'm a score type of guy.
Wait, did you just pick God of War over Nobuo
No.
Uematsu? And
No. I'm saying like just in general. That was an example. If we're talking about Nobuo Uematsu wins 11 times out of 10. Okay. Don't you put me in that corner.
I'm going to put you in that corner.
I know what I'm talking about, damn it.
She put you in that corner, who? You're screwed.
Yeah. But yeah, I listened to all these. It was tough. I ultimately had to go for Octopath Traveler. It was down to Ni no Kuni and Octopath. I listened to both twice. They're amazing. And I had to give it a Traveler.
And Octopath, that's a Square Enix game, right?
Yeah, that's the Square Enix game that you were complaining about earlier.
Yeah, it just couldn't.
Only on... Yeah.
She's like, I had to double make sure.
Of course.
Oh no, yeah,
Square
dude, those
Enix
were
music. Most of their games have great soundtracks.
Yes, they do.
I worry for the day. Like, I don't mean to be morbid, but I worry for the day Uematsu can't perform anymore. I think that's worse than him, just quitting. Because this guy loves what he does. Uematsu's my favorite.
He is amazing at what he does.
Pretty much.
Fantasy 10 soundtrack for life. Like, literally.
You know what I did? Minor fun fact. I didn't know this, and this blew my mind. The only track Uematsu did on 10 was the Xanakin piano track.
And that's my favorite one.
Yeah, like he directed the rest of it, but he didn't write Final Fantasy X soundtrack.
He wrote the only song that matters, okay?
Okay.
So, out of this one, was it Octopath? Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, it was Octopath.
So, did Marvel Spider-Man sound like you were watching like the actual Spider-Man movies?
Oh, it felt just like the movies. I joke you not, I had to double check to make sure I clicked on the right link because I thought I was listening to one of the movie soundtracks. I was like, wait, no.
Does the fact that it sounds like a movie soundtrack, did that put you off at all? Oh wait, I guess you haven't played it yet, so like, would that be off-putting while playing the game, or would that like immerse it better?
Soundtrack-wise, I don't think it's off-putting because it's supposed to be heroic. You're supposed to think Spider-Man. You're supposed to feel like Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be great. It'd be the same as if you got like something patriotic behind a Captain America. It's expected. It's Captain America.
Mm-hmm. So, we've all agreed on Octopath. Best art direction.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed
Oof.
Odyssey, God of War, Octopath Traveler, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Return of the Obra Dinn.
I want to be biased and say God of War because they did a great job with Norse mythology, the overall appeal of it, everything you see in that game, just the world, Alfheim, Niflheim, just everything looks great. But Octopath.
Your Octopath Travelering it?
Yep.
What made this graphic? Was it art design?
Because I mean, it's art. It's best art direction. Like I want to go God of War. I'm a huge Norse nut, so I loved when I heard God of War was going Norse. I relished the idea of taking Thor's hammer, but after checking out Traveler, after getting to play it the length that I did,
it looks like a
colors
classic game, but touched up a little.
Exactly.
It gets that retro nostalgia feel.
Pretty much, but it's not
Intolerable like the original PlayStation
It's a proper
games?
nostalgia sale, if you ask me, because it's not so much about the nostalgia. Like I said earlier, good luck doing a retro side scroller in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck getting that feel in this day and time where everybody wants top quality 4K graphics. And Octopath Traveler delivered. In fact, if anything, the fact that Traveler is up here with the likes of Odyssey, War, and Redemption says enough.
I like that little group. Odyssey, War, Redemption.
Odyssey, War, Redemption. That sounds like a game in of itself. I just picture Kratos as a cowboy. Kratos as a cowboy with a hidden blade. Oh wait, Odyssey doesn't have a hidden blade.
And then all you hear was boy.
Kratos on a boat
Boy.
as a cowboy.
Oh man. Alright. Direction. Loof. How'd you feel about art direction? Because I know you've at least seen these, because we're always scourging the same footage.
To be honest, if I have to give it to art direction, it would have to be Red Dead. It's world, it's beautiful, it's natural. It's just so good.
You're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about it that just draws your attention to you.
Did you grow up on westerns with your pops?
Yes, my dad. He's very
same here, dude. Same here. So personal in a way, because it's like connecting with my dad.
80s, 90s, even 1990, the old school stuff. As I grew up.
Oh, you watched the 60s Spanish westerns, huh?
Orale!
Yeah, those are great, man. Duffy's over here like, fuck, I'm Canadian.
God damn it.
What do I know about westerns?
I know nothing
All I know is
about them.
Frontiersman and Moose.
It's High Noon, right? Is that it? Or is that
Yeah,
Overwatch? Oh god, I'm blurring the lines.
Moving forward, the best narrative.
Detroit, Become Human, God of War, Life is Strange 2 episode, really? Marvel's Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. 4 great, I assume, games.
I assume you're living out Life is Strange.
Of course, it's one
Good.
episode. Like, seriously. Square, what are you pulling making episodic games? If you do that to Final Fantasy VII, I swear to God. You remember the rumors.
I knew this was about something else.
You knew the rumors.
Yeah. I could have sworn it was confirmed that it is going to be episodic. It's okay. It's okay.
If I wanted an episodic Final Fantasy VII, I would go back to renting disc by disc at the Blockbuster, okay?
You had to rent disc by disc?
Yes.
Oh.
It's that, or there was some horrible person at the movie theater taking out, 3 of my discs.
Oh my god. Narrative. Um, I wanted, I wanted it to be Detroit, but God of War is a beautiful narrative.
It's the journey that I think that was
Yeah, like
really.
the all right. Without trying to reveal too much, God of War is reaching the highest point in all the realms to spread Kratos' wife, his son's mother, her ashes. That's the only purpose in the entire game. And it sounds basic, right? Like, oh yeah, I'll just walk there. But the journey there is phenomenal. I know I keep saying that, but I can't think of anything else. God of War was that great.
You'll have to play it. Please go on sale. Please go on sale.
It's all
I
Black
believe.
Friday, end of the year. End of the year, there's sales everywhere. Just they keep pay close attention to PSN. But yeah, I'm gonna go God of War. I'm still in the middle of Red Dead. I'm enjoying it, but there's something about the God of War narrative that's just it deserves this award. It deserves this award easy.
And what about you, Luffy?
If I have to choose between the big two, I would say Red Dead.
Okay.
It's so it like I said before. I grew up watching old school cowboy movies, but this one's very different from the rest of the films or TVCs I've ever seen. So I'm gonna
Or
have to go
game.
with yeah. I'll have to take Red Dead 2. Unique characters, unique storylines. Even the side quest narratives are even interesting.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. The side quests are some
they
of them
feel like
aren't rewarding in the sense. Don't expect a reward from some side quests in regards to Red Dead. Like a lot of side quests are about just the story of that side quest.
yes. So that's my pick, and that's my
Damn it,
reasoning.
man! Now I'm rethinking my vote.
Well, I will give you until the end of our next category to think of your best narrative. So we
All
have
right.
best game direction with A Way Out, Detroit Becoming Human, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, and of course Red Dead Redemption.
Like we said, you're gonna hear those three names a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A Way Out was surprise. Well, A Way Out was, yeah, it was surprisingly good. I had to rethink it, but yes, it was surprisingly.
Did you just not expect much from it?
No, I didn't because
You're
I was
escaping from
intrigued by
prison.
it. Pretty much. And when I played it, it was so much fun. It does a great job of incorporating co-op. Like it's not a lazy co-op where it's the two of you just running and gunning. You don't need each other's help. You can just be two complete assholes. No, it's very heavily like partnership here matters, teamwork here matters, and that was the whole appeal of the game. A Way Out can only be like that's why I was skeptic at first. It can only be played in co-op. You can't dive into it by yourself if you wanted to. It has to be played co-op. But best game direction, this one from me for sure is Red Dead.
Okay, what about you, Luffy?
I feel he's gonna say Red Dead.
It's a tough one because those are the big names keep popping up, so it's gonna be very hard to not say the same things over and over again.
You loved Detroit too, though, didn't you? Like you were very invested into that one.
I was very invested in it, very interested in, but didn't really follow through. It fell off my radar for a while. But if I have to give it, it would have to be Red Dead. Once more.
One more for Red Dead, and you, Poptarts.
No, yeah, Red Dead. As far as game direction goes, if you check out Red Dead, it's well, I mean, it's lifelike. There is, as we mentioned before, like the world being alive, it's not just instrumentation or mechanics. Like, no, it's like when you're fishing, you can see the water rippling. You can see the fish on the surface. You can see them scouring when you catch a fish. Like, very simple details. Somebody busted their ass to make that, to design that. You know how hard it is to design water in video games in general?
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah. No,
So,
best game direction, Red Dead for sure.
and that's double Red Dead. So we have
Pretty much.
maybe 2.5 categories left. We are now on to the best ongoing game. And that includes games that, like, died for a bit and then came back to life for some reason. Destiny 2, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Overwatch, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Why is who nominated No Man's Sky?
I guess for people who are desperately trying to make it go like.
That's why I said dead and then came back.
I don't know. Just I don't feel if your game eventually gets good, then yay, you did it. But you did it 2 years too late. I'm not saying I won't play it, but it's like, don't expect me to overlook your extremely shit.
So what do you guys have? What is your opinion or like vote?
I want it to be Rainbow Six Siege. I get the feeling it's going to be Overwatch or.
I'm going with Overwatch being the only one I've actually played on the list.
So have you just not tried Fortnite despite it being free?
It's
Whenever I go to play it, G-Lorn ends up playing it. I'm just like, I'll just watch you play.
What do you gather from watching him play?
I don't. I fall asleep.
Well, all right. There's our vote, I guess.
Okay,
But,
so...
Alrighty, everyone. I'm sorry. I have to cut this very short. I'm sorry. I have to.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had to take off.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let me ask you just one thing before you gotta go. Game of the year is up next, but before that, I wanted to have some fun. What do you feel is the worst game this year? Too many to choose. Is it Fallout? Is it Quiet Man?
The Quiet Man.
The Quiet Man?
Oh, God. Thank God I did not buy it. I had to force myself to watch beginning to end.
You watched beginning to end? I watched 5 minutes, dude. Kudos to you.
I am not gonna give a review just for like 5 minutes. I have to see it through.
Yeah, you're right. I can't give a review on in 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I guess it's bad.
It has to be that game in general.
So not Fallout?
No.
I'm hearing nothing but Fallout 76 came out this last week. I have not heard a single good thing about it.
Wait, it came out last week and it was nominated? Oh wait, no, it was. I get it now.
No, this is a fun. This is a little fun one. Worst game of the year. Yeah, I have not heard. I watched a little bit of Fallout 76. I was so disappointed. Bethesda really needs to upgrade their engine. Fallout 76 looked like Fallout 3. That's inexcusable.
To be honest with you, I thought it was a PS2 game.
I'm not even asking you to get like the absolute best engine. Like the default engine most people use is Unreal Engine 4. Please use it.
Alrighty, you two. I'll have to take out. Thank you everyone for letting me run.
Thanks for joining us, Luffy.
Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for toughing it out with us on our first go.
Alrighty, take it easy.
Alright, take care, Luke.
In regards to the worst games of the year, okay, so I've Googled 2 of these games. One of which is The Quiet Man, which I thought was some weird artsy film. That's what it looks like from the Google Images section.
They don't have rendered cutscenes. They have live action cutscenes.
That is so weird. Yeah, it looks like some really weird art film. Like, oh no, we hired the guy that did Man of Steel.
It's $15 for a 3 to 4 hour campaign, but actual gameplay is roughly 2 minutes, and then you jump into a 5 to 10 minute cutscene.
Oh man. And I can see what you mean about Fallout 76.
Yeah.
I just googled that one too.
Oh, take a look at Overkill's The Walking Dead. Overkill's The Walking Dead, their trailers looked awesome, but just their trailers. I feel like the majority of the budget went into the trailers, went into the hype, and then they forgot, oh crap, we have to fund this game.
So, like, what kind of game is it? Is it a pew pew, or is it like...
You ever played Payday 2?
Yes.
It's exactly that, but zombies. Like, I joke you not, it is exactly that, but zombies.
Oh my god, you're robbing banks, and, like, zombies are attacking you as you rob the banks, and it's just like, oh, and they're just, like, little bank tellers, and they're just like...
Poor choice of words, I guess. But, it's zombie survival, Payday 2 style.
Okay, so we're all wearing clown masks.
I guess you could be. I guess you could be. Stop being smart with me, okay? The point is, it sucked, apparently.
Okay. And is there any game on this list that you've actually played?
I played Quiet Man at a buddy's place, and I pitied him for spending $15 on this.
Did he at least get to refund it?
I don't think so.
Oh my God,
no, it's digital only, and you know that's how they get you.
Man, at least Steam has that. As long as you don't progress too far, you can still fund it in like under 24 hours.
Sony slowly becoming the enemy.
Oh man.
First they take away Funimation from my app. That's a discussion for another time, though.
Are we on to our final category?
Our final category, Game of the Year.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, holy cats, that's an indie game, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Monster Hunter, and Red Dead Redemption. First of all, congrats, Celeste, for making it in with all
congrats.
The big names. Like, holy cats.
I don't think I've seen an indie game on Game of the Year category. So congrats just for getting nominated.
I mean, come on, it beat out, like, what, Fortnite? Wait, no, I guess Fortnite wouldn't count because it didn't get released this year.
I was gonna get so pissed. I half expected Fortnite to be Game of the Year. Not to win it, but to be nominated.
I actually did too.
I think it was last year, I remember being peeved. I was like, I can't take this seriously. Last year, PUBG was on Game of the Year category. And I just remember thinking, how did it get up there? It's not even, it was a beta format. That's an incomplete game. So yeah, that was my worry. Fortnite's gonna be up here.
So it's a toss-up for you, I assume, between God of War, Monster Hunter, and Red Dead Redemption. I assume it's going to God of War.
You're right. I was mildly shocked. I was gambling on Monster Hunter World to be a nominee, but I wasn't expecting it. So when I saw it up there, that was a pleasant surprise. I haven't finished Dead 2.
So what makes like Monster Hunter worthy of being Game of the Year? Is it the new upgraded graphics? Or is it the fact that you can play online with all your friends on the console and not a handheld?
In my experience,
or is
Monster
it the cats?
Hunter is a game.
You want me to say cats? It's the cats.
You want me to say cats?
It is the cats.
You're a cat person. You want me to say cats? It is somewhat the cat. You have no idea how awesome it is to like just relish that cutscene of a cat cooking for you. But no, my experience with Monster Hunter World is that it never truly gets. There's numerous weapon types. You can mess around with all of them. You're not locked to any one type. There isn't a level cap. It's all skill based. You're either good or you're not.
And who could ever get bored of stabbing a giant dragon in the eyeball without even knowing how you got up there?
Depends on the dragon. But yeah, no, Monster Hunter World for me, like it's a game that never truly gets old. So far, it hasn't gotten old, and it came out in February, so the better part of the year. So Monster Hunter World for me, it hasn't gotten old, so I can see why it's up there.
Mm-hmm.
But I need narrative. When I think game of the year, I need narrative. Story matters.
And that's
Monster
why
Hunter
God's
World,
like games like God of War and Red Dead Redemption, where the world is just alive and like beautiful and
it
like
has a proper story. Like Monster Hunter World has a story, but its story doesn't really matter.
Is that story just like really short, and for the most part, you're just doing random missions?
It's not short, but like your character doesn't exactly matter. Like there's your character is a hunter there, not the hunter.
You're not just a hero of light. Nah, you're just another one in the lodge.
Pretty much, and like there isn't a real narrative. There isn't anything like groundbreaking. Like, the encampment in Monster Hunter Worlds is basically a bunch of research, and that's all it is. You're researching monsters and you're researching why is this doing that. That's the narrative, and that wasn't compelling for me. Like my character isn't important to an extent. My character wasn't important to the story. I did care about the narrative. I didn't care about. But yes, God of War. God of War easy. I haven't finished Red Dead, but I know where it's going. And God of War, because
It's God of War, God of War, God of War.
I want to say so much, but I can't without spoiling it for you.
I will eventually play it, and then you can like fanboy all over the place.
The first God of War games, you understand who and what Kratos is. So to see Kratos as he is now in this God of War was just great. Try to be a dad. Seeing the son try to cope with a father like Kratos, being along for it was sometimes it was heart wrenching. It tugged the heartstring. I don't get that feeling with Red Dead. It's not heart wrenching. It's just that if you play the first one, you know where this is going. You know who's gonna make it. You know who's not gonna make it. That's my takeaway from Red Dead 2. I'm just waiting to see. All right, are they gonna make it? Are they gonna go away? Are they gonna die? I guess that's the issue with those prequel. That's my take. But no, God of War all the way.
I feel like God of War won a bunch of categories with you tonight.
And you haven't tried any of these, huh?
No, I haven't. Okay, they are $80, and they all came out this year.
Zelfie? Oh boy, I think Zelfie left me hanging. People.
Oh my god, no! I forgot to press my button down. I'm just so used to open mic. I was saying, God of War won a lot of categories with you, and no, I have not played any of these games. Games are $80 right now, okay? And they just came out this year. I would be so broke had I bought any and/or all of these games.
I know, I understand.
But I do plan on playing them. Trust me.
Okay. But yeah, God of War for me. Something I want to ask you. This is the end of the list. This is the Game of the Year category. Do you feel there should have been like a PC predominant category? Because you play predominantly on PC. You're huge on Warcraft. Warcraft could have made ongoing, right? I guess 14. We both play Final Fantasy 14. That could have been ongoing, right?
Those two could have been ongoing. I mean, they did have an expansion. World of Warcraft's expansion actually came out in September, so it could have been there. As for a PC dominant category, no way. Because like all of the games fall under the same categories as everything else. And for the most part, if you have a game on the PC, it's probably been on a console already, for the most part.
Yeah, you poor PC bastards get everything late.
I know, right? Like, We've only recently got Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, I feel bad for you. Like, I've been playing it since February. I had 6 months of...
And PC people can't even play with the PlayStation people.
Cross-play stone issue, I see.
Yeah. I mean, please. I will buy Monster Hunter World for the PC. But, like, if I could play with you guys, I would totally do that.
I get that. But yeah, that was it for the nominees.
So at these video game awards, do they also like announce upcoming
every
titles?
year. Yeah, every year they don't do demos. It's not like E3, but they do have reveals and announcements and follow-up announcements. And they announced with the nominee that as of the time of this recording, that this year is going to be a record-breaking year in the sense that they will have more reveals this year than they've ever had.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say record-breaking time frame because of how many esports categories there are.
Probably that too. These are a lot of nominees. I'm expecting this show to be like 5 hours long between nominees and reveals. Yeah, as far definitely expect Kojima's Death Stranding to be up there. I think I'm sick of this game already, and it's not even out yet.
Oh, you mean, what was it? Oh my god.
Kojima's art project.
Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Yeah, that. Yeah, just this was 2015?
Yeah.
2016.
Okay, so when you say reveals, do you mean like a trailer or just like a name? Like
a trailer.
Bam, here's a logo.
A trailer. It could also be a name. That's technically a teaser trailer. But yeah, just it could be anywhere from like a few seconds to, you know. Yeah, every year, because Kojima's like best friends with, I forget his name, but the dude who pretty much runs Video Game Awards, Kojima and that guy are like the best of friends. So he always has a Death Stranding. Fetuses?
We're not.
Honestly, I'm at the point where I don't think I care about Death Stranding anymore. Because I mean, just 30 years and no real gameplay. Oh, but there was gameplay at E3 this year. No, there wasn't.
There's just more. They just made it seem like an Amazon on an alien planet.
It was a lot
simulator.
of walking. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if you're only gonna walking from A to B doesn't equate as gameplay for me. I can do that on any of the games I have now.
But Poptarts, what if it's just a walking simulator on an alien planet?
Oh god, I'm not buying it. It's just a walking simulator, and you have to accept death every time it happens.
Exactly.
Like, no, screw that.
Avoid death.
I'm not.
Deliver Amazon
I'm just
packages.
not excited for it anymore. Like, he's too vague about it every single time, and just the joke's over. Show me something substantial, or I walk. I'll save my money for Last of Us. I was gonna save it for Last of Us anyway. Speaking of, since we're on the topic of game reveals at the Video Game Awards, Sony has announced that they will not be at E3 for 2019.
Why?
That is mind-boggling. They're missing their first. They're missing their first E3 in 24 years.
Why? Oh, Sony, please tell me you're staying alive and you're not drowning.
I don't think they're drowning. I saw a lot of people talking smack on Twitter. Oh,
people will talk smack everywhere. I mean, you were talking smack
but
earlier.
You're not wrong, but I thought it was funny that they were talking smack. So I was like, oh, you have nothing to show. It's like, you're right, they have nothing to show. But it's not like they can't make it. It's that they won't. And, it was earlier this year. Oh, I wish I found the article. But the Sony, PlayStation in particular, I believe it was the CEO, said that the PS5, to expect the PS5 sometime around 2021. Now, with these next 2 years, they've only got 5 more games to hype. Days Gone, which is coming out 2019. Unless it is delayed again. Death Stranding, aka Kojima's art project. The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Dreams.
Dreams?
Now, Dreams gets lost in the radar a lot. I have no idea how to explain that game. Yeah, I have no idea how to explain that game. I know this is lazy, but the most Dreams
I googled
PS4.
it, and I totally understand why you're having a hard time explaining
Thank you. You're supposed to be. The most I can say is you're creating your own world, but I don't even know how to go into further detail. It's weird.
I just
But yeah,
keep seeing
those
a
are-
panda, a fox riding a dragon with a squall scar, and a pirate eye patch,
Oh man, but
and
yeah,
a
it's
Mozart playing the piano.
okay. If Kojima got high after watching a chibi anime, that's the only way I can equate dreams. But so yeah, they got those 5 games for the next 2 years if they don't announce anymore. If none of those games are out next year, what's the point of having an E3? You're going to see the same thing you saw going back in 2017.
So
There's no
wait,
point.
the PlayStation only has 5 games coming out, or is it just like 5 big ones that they're hyping?
It just has those 5 exclusives.
Okay.
But yeah, like a lot of people are, they're running their mouth, and I think to myself, well, I mean, this is funny because I don't see Microsoft have any exclusive. I don't see, like all of Nintendo's are exclusive, but kudos to them because I don't feel like they compete.
I
They're not
just
trying to
don't feel like
compete.
they like sharing. I feel like they push you
Yeah,
over
like
in
they're
the
not trying to
sandbox.
compete. They're staying in their corner, and it works for them. So it's you can't. I feel like in this quote unquote console wars.
People
don't
will
care.
always buy a Nintendo related
Yeah, I
product.
want a Nintendo.
I have a 2DS and a 3DS, and I want
there
a
you go.
Switch.
No
My
matter which way
pockets
you
don't
lean,
have enough
Nintendo's always
space.
winning. But yeah, so just people are running their mouth about it, and like people are always gonna run their mouth, like you said. I just think it's funny because it's not that they don't have anything; they just won't show anything. And if they have nothing to show, then I agree. I don't want to see the same thing that I saw the last 2 years. But the point I was trying to make 2 minutes later. Very sorry. With the video game awards do, of course. So like, what? Their games get release dates at the video game awards. That would be awesome. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm crossing my fingers for Last of Us 2019. I know it probably won't happen, but oh my god.
So who's going to be at this game show? Is it just like the big console names, or is it like little companies too?
A little of everybody. It depends on who's nominated. It depends on who's revealing, I guess. Like Bandai Namco could be there, and Bandai Namco could be there, and I think they were nominated for just one game. But they could have something to reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just anybody could be there. Anything could be revealed. What's you want to be revealed, no matter how ridiculous it is? What's something you want? What's your biggest hope and dream? And I swear to God,
Dragoon Remastered.
Okay. I was going to say, if you say a solid release date for Kingdom Hearts, I will strangle you.
We both know no such thing exists.
1 million gil. 1 million gil.
Okay, so aside from Legend of Dragoon Remastered, I would also like a brand new Tales of. I feel like I'm like wishing for Christmas things right now. I would like a brand new Tales of game, not a remaster.
Video Game Awards.
Please.
Reveal Tales of.
Please. Legend of Dragoon Remastered, Sony. I'm begging you. I will buy your next system. Just give me my remaster. Make it beautiful.
I would love a Musashi Samurai Fencer, either remake, remaster, or a brand new title. I miss Musashi on the PS1. Did you never hear that one?
I have heard of that one, so I was yawning.
Yeah,
It is 10:29. Okay, this is a record
I
for
always
me.
forget. I always forget you're in the future.
I am in the future. Beep boop.
Yeah.
We have
Different time
jetpacks.
zone. These podcasts are going to be difficult in the future.
We have jetpacks.
Yeah.
Do you have jetpacks? How do you think I
wish.
get to and from work?
We're in California. We're just. I'm in California. I'm just hoping we have water tomorrow.
Oh no. So, Musashi, anything else you want? You dream
Final
of?
Fantasy 16 mobile.
No, not mobile. Bad. I mean,
no,
you could get a mobile Final Fantasy soon. I mean, Final Fantasy 7 could
It's
come
like
out for
way
the phone.
too soon to want the next main installment, but you know,
Maybe you should give
I
them
would like
15
to
years
see.
to work on the next one. Maybe it'll be good.
Give them 15. Yeah, give them another 15 years, the bastards. Well, all right, let's look at their time slot. Because all right, 12 was in 06. Well, let's go further back. Let's start with 10. I believe 10 was in 2000, 2001, maybe even 2000. 11 wasn't long
2001,
afterwards.
July 19th.
Thank you. And 11.
July 19th. Oh no, that's the same day.
What?
I typed in Final Fantasy time and again.
Oh.
May 16th, 2002.
Yeah, so all right, those are a year apart. I know that 12 was in 06.
12
and
was
13. Yeah, 13 was like in 09. And
Yep,
14.
December 17th.
Yeah. And so 14, their next MMO, Better Than Warcraft, was in 2010 and then restarted in 2013. So there's a good few years in between these games.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy 9 came out in 2000. 8 was 1990. Actually, no, they were doing solid for a bit there. And then 7 was in 97.
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah,
6
there
was
you
in
go.
96.
So I mean, I don't know. Just looking at time frame, I would love for, because what was 15? 15 was 2016.
Yes.
Yeah, 15 was 2016. I would love for 16 to be 2020, 2021.
I would like it to be soon.
That's my want. That's my want. But with the way Square Enix is now, I don't know if I even want a 16 anymore.
You don't like K-pop boy band King of the Hill Simulator?
I loved the K-pop boy band. I love that party. I played 15 for the party because they were awesome. I'll stop there because I'm not gonna rant. I'm not gonna rant.
You're not gonna rant?
I'm not gonna rant. So
You're
we'll
not
save that
gonna
for
rant.
another. We'll save that for another podcast. Stop baiting me.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, I probably need to go be a burrito anyways.
It's
Anyways,
alright.
Twitch, from Poptarts and I, thank you so, and YouTube, I guess, because we're eventually gonna upload it. Thank you so
We're
much for
eventually going to
sticking
go to
around.
YouTube. Thank you to Luffy for toughing it out with us. He had a pencil in. He had quite the schedule today, and he went out of his way to be there on the first podcast with us. So thank you, Luffy. Thank you to those of you who gave us a chance. We're very interested in your feedback, however negative it is. We want to try to make this a regular thing. We're not just about games. We like comics here. We like anime. Movies, all things, novels. So
Thank you.
if there's any suggestions, a token few of you watch. Any suggestions you guys want us to try to cover, we'll try to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got something for the next podcast already, which is the Final Fantasy XIV live letter. And I guess we can talk about 5.0 while we're at it.
Yes, can we? Yes, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah, we'll save that for the next podcast.
Thank you, Amy Candyland, Avocado Babadado, Commander Root, Dr. Linezad 7777, Positivity Bot, and Proto 1024. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching us. And thank you, YouTube.
Wow, we got a few. I didn't expect to get so many. Like I know for some that's not quite a lot, but thanks.
Thank you guys for making our first stream/podcast.
And so that's a wrap.
Super fun.
This is Fresh Pot signing off.
Yep. Have a good night. Oops.